It's Monday Night Hockey on the Long Island Sports Network, your home for all the New York Islanders High School Hockey League action. Welcome, everyone. My name is Jack Ziskin. Excited to be with you here tonight for the second of two makeup games that were scheduled for last Tuesday. Ended up being moved due to weather conditions, and now we're here at Newbridge Ice Arena. Tonight's matchup will be between the 9-3 Bellmore Merrick Bulldogs and the 1-10 Roslyn East Williston Carle Place Spartans. Coming in to tonight's matchup, Spartans are coming off a 13-1 loss to the Half Hollow Hills Hornets. Their last win came all the way back on Sunday, November 26th. That was a 6-5 win against the Valley Stream Sewanaka Lynbrook Storm. So they're looking to get back in the win column here tonight. And on the other side, the Bellmore Merrick Bulldogs. And as we mentioned, they're sitting at 9-3. And when you look at their record, they started out the season with back-to-back losses. They haven't lost since. They're on a 9-game heater, coming off a 7-1 win over the VSSL Storm. And here tonight, they'll be taking on the Spartans, looking to extend that win streak to 10. And as we take a look at the standings here in the New York Islanders High School Hockey League, this game in Varsity Conference 1 now. For those of you who are unfamiliar with the rules of the New York Islanders High School Hockey League, top 8 teams are in Varsity Conference 1. Bottom 10 are not necessarily bottom 10, but the 10 that didn't qualify for Varsity Conference 1, they're in Conference 2. And the top 3 teams in each conference, or the top 3 teams in Varsity Conference 2, bottom 3 teams in Conference 1, they square off at the end of the season. And if a team from Conference 2 knocks off a team from Conference 1, well, they head to the playoffs, and that sets up the standings for next season. So right now, Roslyn, they're going to have to go through that process in all likelihood. They're the only squad with 1 win left standing in the division. And on the opposite side, Bellmore Merrick, they're in a tie with Bethpage for first place. Scored 57 goals on the year. That's tied for second in the league, actually. Syosset scored more. They've given up 33 against, which is the second lowest mark in the league to Half Hollow Hills. So in the middle of a very good season here, looking to tack on another win here tonight. And as we check the league's leading scorers here in Varsity Conference 1, my apologies. Bellmore Merrick, led by Nick Drogan. He's got an impressive 7 goals, 10 assists, 17 points on the season. That's tied with Jack Barenberg of Syosset for the 6th best mark in Varsity Conference 1. Nico Buglione, 10 goals, 5 assists, 15 points. He's tied with Roman Arroyo of Syosset and Jonathan Wheeler of Half Hollow Hills. They're right behind Marco Liska, who's in 8th, so they're all tied for 9th in the standings. And the leading scorer for the Roslyn Spartans, it's Jordan Sirota, an impressive 8 goals and 1 assist through 7 games this year. Thank you so much for joining us on the Long Island Sports Network. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow on our YouTube page. And make sure to check out our Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter so you don't miss a moment of the action. That's the @LI Sports Network handle for all those pages. And we'll also be doing a varsity recap article on the LI Hockey website. That's www.lihockey.com, where we've been covering select New York Islanders High School Hockey League games, as well as all the ones across county lines in Suffolk. So don't forget to check that out as well. Absences heading into tonight. The Bellmore Merrick Bulldogs will be without Brandon Richardson. Tyler Marcus is injured. He's out for the season. Jack Lagalia is unavailable. And Anthony Max Vitelli, nicknamed AMAX, he's out of the lineup, as is Lucas Lucci. He's out with an upper body injury. On the other side for the Roslyn / East Williston Carle plays Spartans. They have a flurry of absences as well. No Ethan Blumberg, no Justin Fox, no Alex Matanu, no Jake Santos. Christian Barasti is out with an upper body injury. No Jackson Azuli, no Noah Shore, no Ari Siegel, no Jacob Fisher, no Nicholas Salatis, and Vincent Salatis is out with a lower body injury. Starting goaltenders for tonight's matchup. Jack Sarosi will be in between the pipes. This will be his 6th start of the season for the Bulldogs. On the other side, it will be Zach Goldman making the start for the Spartans. And I believe this will be his 5th of the season. Through 7 games on the year, he is posting an 0-4 record, so assuming a couple of those appearances came in relief, as the Spartans have only played 11 games to date. And once again, as the horn sounds, we're about to get underway here in NYIHSHL. Once again, so happy to be here with you tonight on behalf of the entire crew here. Glad you could join us for what is going to be our first broadcast at Newbridge Ice Arena in the history of the Long Island Sports Network. Hopefully we get to do a couple more. It's a great arena, great staff. Can't thank them enough for all the help they provided us setting up here tonight. And let's have a great game. Bulldogs, the home team for tonight's matchup. They'll be able to make the last change. On the other side for Roslyn, they're obviously the away team, if the Bulldogs are the home team. Once again here in Newbridge for the game between Bellmore Merrick and the Roslyn Spartans. And it's interesting because Roslyn actually nicknamed the Bulldogs the school district itself because of the fact they emerged with 2 other programs, and there's already a Bellmore Merrick Bulldogs program. They elected to go with the Spartans. .15 minutes on the clock. And we'll get you the starting lineups in a moment as they become available to us. Once again, Jack Sarosi in net for the Bulldogs. Zach Goldman in net for the Spartans. The Spartans have rolled out Sammy Carrazzo to start, if I believe, trying to make out who's on the ice for them. I believe Cash Bishop will join him. Carrazzo, a defenseman, Bishop a forward. Can also make out Jacob Stoltz a forward. Roslyn, and trying to make out those last couple numbers. My apologies. Before the Bellmore Merrick side, they'll have Hunter Paul up front. Kyle Wolcha. Correction, that's 9, not 8. My apologies. That'll actually be Nico Buglione. Nick Drogan is out. And on the back end, it'll be number 25, Noah Zinman. And number 26, Evan Lenz. Cash Bishop in the dot for the Spartans. That's Cash Fakay. James Barong and Jacob Stoltz up front and on the back end. Trying to make out the number there. I believe that's Kevin Seawalt. Next to Sammy Carrazzo. And correction, it's actually 95. That would be Jacob Pinks. My apologies. Still waiting on the opening draws. The officials look at the moorings on the far side net of your screen. That would be the away net. Currently we're looking at center ice. But once that is handled, we'll be going live here from Newbridge. Buglione and Drogan, they're the Bulldogs' leading scorers up front. On the back end, of course, as we mentioned, Noah Zinman. I believe he's one of 2 Bellmore Merrick selections for the All-Star game. Officials still working on that net. Bellmore Merrick has some veteran presence, especially on the back end. Zinman listed at 6'2", big-bodied senior defender. Sorosi, the senior, as well as defenseman Danny Seaman, no relation to Bobby Seaman of the Garden City Wings. Buglione, senior. Nick Drogan, the junior, so fairly upperclassman heavy squad for the Bulldogs. They have some sophomores on the roster, but not too many. Evan Lenz, one of the starters among them. For Roslyn on the other end, as the officials, once again, still dealing with that net. Just a few seniors on this roster active here tonight. Carrazzo among them. That's Sammy Carrazzo and Ari Siegel, one of their other upperclassmen out of the lineup. He's done some color commentary work for us this season. Cash Bishop, who seems to be centering the first line here tonight. Salatis, who's out of the lineup, that's Nicholas. His other brother, Vincent the Jr., is injured. Both Salatis brothers will be out of the lineup tonight. And we're around the halfway mark, just past it actually, in the New York Islanders High School Hockey League season. So both teams looking to finish strong here. As we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, Bulldogs have won 9 consecutive contests, looking to make it 10 here against a Spartans squad that has just 1 win on the season. And it appears that the officials are ready to drop the puck at center ice. I'd like to thank them for handling the issue with the moorings. Of course, there is no game without the officials, and we're always very appreciative of all their hard work. We don't get to have all the fun up here if they're not handling the details down there. So Drogan in the dot versus Bishop. And the face-off tied up. And coming away with it, it's the Spartans sent back up the wall. It's actually Bierong in the dot, Bishop on the wing. My apologies. As the Bulldogs looking for the zone entry. Spartans heading the other way. 3-on-2 if they hurry, but the back check takes the play away. Carrazzo pulling up. Reverses it into the corner. Bishop racing after it. Attempted clear. Broken up. Puck ended up behind Sorosi's net, and Lenz looking to settle it under pressure from Barong. Lead pass up the wall, leaves the zone, sent back into late offsides, but right after the Bulldogs got the zone exit, Bishop gets a shot off a turnover just outside the Bulldog zone. Stoltz pressing. Bishop cutting towards the net, boxed out nicely there by Lenz, and now a lead pass looking for the breakaway. That goes all the way down. We get a whistle. Our first stoppage coming with 14:04 remaining in the period due to icing. Spartans start out hot. Bulldogs on the defensive early on. Anyone can beat anyone in this league. We've seen it all year long. And it seems like we've got another good one for us in store here tonight. Keene in the dot versus Bonner. Bulldogs want it forward. Potential 2-on-1 now. Pelini with possession. And firing a shot towards the net. They score. My apologies. A bit late on that one, actually. Had an issue with my headset, but we're going to roll the replay on that one as the Bulldogs jump out to a 1-0 lead. And face off at center. Face off is won back by the Bulldogs. They just jumped out to a 1-goal lead here at New Bridge Ice Arena. Goal scored by Sean Keene, assisted by James Pelini. Keene's 4th goal of the year, Pelini's 8th assist. Bulls on the cycle along the left wing wall. Pass comes all the way out to the point. Shot through traffic is blocked. And Spartans come away with it. Looking for the zone exit. Can't get it. It's held in at the line nicely there. And then comes free in the slot. Shot. Blocked. Ends up being redirected into the corner. Bulldogs looking to press after the Spartans got off to a strong start. With possession on the cycle. Cutting in now. Turnover nearly forced, and Spartans get, or rather can't get, the zone exit. Battling for possession beneath the goal line. Spartans still looking to move it up that strong side wall. They get the zone exit, racing up ice, entering the zone. Sirota, shot turned aside by Sorosi. And a turnover by the Spartans. They were in the middle of the line change, so errant pass goes all the way across. Luskov now enters the zone for the Bulldogs. Fires a shot, and that's gloved by Goldman. A key save for the Spartans netminder. So we get a stoppage here. And the defensive zone draw. One forward by the Spartans, but a turnover forced. Bellmore Merrick coming in. Shot from the slot. Goes just wide. Picked up. Looking for the wraparound. Play is broken up. Bulldogs looking to get to work on the cycle. But a turnover is forced. Puck is sent up and out of the zone, and we're going to get a whistle here for icing early on in this game between the Spartans and the Bulldogs. It's a 1-goal game, courtesy of Sean Keene. Face off, tied up. One back by the Spartans beneath their own goal line. They're trying to force up that strong side wall. They get the clear, but they lose possession. Bulldogs take over. Re-entering. Shot. Blocked. And it's redirected towards the right wing wall. Spartans get it up, but not out of the zone. Strong defensive play at the line, and now coming in, it's the Bulldogs. Good play by Hunter Paul to get it in deep, but the Spartans have forced a turnover. Looking up ice with speed. Razzo tried to fire it in on net, but that's blocked. Bulldogs stretch pass looking to head the other way, but the play is broken up, and the Spartans have regained possession. Another turnover forced. It's chipped in, and Carrazzo will chase. D-to-D, pass comes up the wall. They chip it out of the zone, under pressure, turnover force, and now the Bulldogs look to re-enter. They have shot on net. It's stopped by Goldman. Good effort there from the Pelini line, yet again, for the Bulldogs. .11:01 remaining in the period. Face-off is tied up, and it's eventually won by the Bulldogs. They maintain possession despite a strong effort from the Spartans. They now get the zone exit, and that's poked free. Heading up the ice, entering the zone. Roslyn loses possession, but the Spartans cough it up in transition. D to D. Zinman moving it across, and then play is broken up, so it comes right back to him. Looking up ice, under pressure. Pass up the wall, that's going to go all the way down, and there's icing. One linesman on the back side seemed to be gesturing no, and other linesmen disagreed, so it's going to come all the way back down here in the period. Just like to thank the referees, Luca Zito, Chris Murray, for their efforts here tonight, as well as linesman Joseph Barrett. Face-off is won back by the Spartans. First offensive zone draw of the game as they hold in at the line, but a turnover is forced. Goldman, lead pass, and it goes awry. We get a whistle for icing. I believe he was looking to chip it off the wall towards Jaden Grillo, but comes all the way back down. And the Bulldogs bench making it very clear that those type of turnovers won't be tolerated. We're right behind their bench here tonight, so we're going to hear a little bit of their audio. Face-off tied up, one back. Barkus sends it around, pass towards center of the ice, breakaway, coming in, tied up, and the shot attempt is broken up. A good effort there from Nico Buglione, but he couldn't break free, and now forcing a turnover. Walking in, backhand shot is blocked. Good effort there by Sirota, who now races up ice, fires shot. It's gloves, save, and a beauty for Jack Sarosi. And we'll get a defensive zone draw once again for the Bulldogs, and in the dot, Barong ties it up, but comes free. Bellmore Merrick, pass up the wall, goes awry. Pass coming from Vinny Palagiano. Now turnover forced momentarily. Puck ends up deep in Spartans territory. Looking to reverse beneath his own goal line. Lead pass held in at the line, or at least it initially appeared to trickle through the skates of a Bulldogs defender. Now heading the other way. Palagiano's lead pass ends up going awry. Looking for the zone exit. Carrazzo under pressure. Moves it across on his backhand. Seawalt's lead pass broken up again, and it's sent back in by the Bulldogs. They can't maintain possession, though. They're doing a good job of getting the zone entries, but if you can't control the puck, well, you're not going to be able to generate that many opportunities. Bulldogs force another turnover in transition. Lead pass ends up rolling, and now heading back the other way. Bellmore Merrick looks to reset, pass up the wall. Seawalt holds it in on the cycle to Cash Bishop. Back to Seawalt, settling it, fires a shot, that's deflected wide. And Barkus takes over. Pass up the wall, intercepted by Carrazzo on his backhand. Chips it back in. Bulldogs defender sends it back up the wall, and Rolston looking for the clear under pressure. Elects to carry it. And now Kyle Wiltsha looking up ice. Chipped up and out of the zone. Bulldogs have possession. They get the zone entry. Coming in along the left wing wall, pass towards the slot. It's broken up. And Spartans battling for it. Bulldogs force a turnover, cutting into the slot. Looking for the shot. Puck is free. Still battling for it. Reversing along that near side wall of your screen as puck comes back around the net. Still battling for it. Comes to the point. Slap shot. Turn aside. Rebound is free in the slot. Can't be corralled. Spartans looking for a clear. They won't get it. They still have possession. They'll send it the length of the ice. And a good effort there from the Keene. I want to say that was Polini line, but middle of a change, couldn't make out all the numbers on that, but nonetheless, Bulldogs pressing here. As the period progresses, it's Grillo, Goldman up front. Face up, off, tied up. Won by the Spartans. Bulldogs still in the middle of a change. So they started that shift with 4 skaters as the Spartans get the zone exit. But the Bulldogs first force a turnover along the wall, reversing it past Bana. Then comes back to Sirota. He pulls up, chips it in. Picked up by Zinman. Circles his own net. On his backhand, chips it up the wall, and it's going to be held in at the line. Still battling for possession. Bulldogs come away with it. Strong effort there, heading up ice now. Palagiano looking to cut in, pass towards the slot, broken up. Second attempt on the shot, it's redirected. Third attempt, Bulldogs still pressing, shot towards net, goes wide. They have possession, comes to the point, Zinman, shot, redirected, free, rebound, they score! And couldn't make out if that was 7 or 17. We'll check on the replay. Appears that was 17, so that would be Jordan Luskoff, his 8th of the season, and as we roll the replay, go to the net, good things happen. And it did for Spartans. Zinman firing the shot and Luskoff cashing in on the rebound. 2-0 game. Bulldogs jump out to a 2-goal lead over the Spartans, and the face-off has been won. Coming in, Bulldogs wrap around, carrying, pass towards the slot, and a poke check in the slot, forcing change of possession. Puck comes out of the zone, and Spartans chip and chase. Luskoff's goal assisted by Goldman and Zinman. And the aforementioned Zinman chipping it up. Bulldogs with potential 2-on-1 as they enter. Pass comes across, shot, and that sails into the netting. We get a stoppage here. Face off in the left wing dot. Nick Trogan wins it back. Walking line shot, redirected high. Ends up bouncing off the back wall. Remains in play, kept in at the line, and then goes out of play. And we're going to see where that face-off comes. It appears it's coming outside the zone. So a line change for the Bulldogs. They go back to the Keene, Pellini, and I believe that's Roslyn line. And we've had some success with that unit as the faceoff's one back. Palagiano chips it in. Didn't get it all the way down. Turnover was forced. Spartans get the zone exit, racing after it. Pellini overpowering 2 Spartans coming in 3-on-2, but has a stick lifted by Cash Bishop. Puck ends up deep in the Spartan zone on the cycle. Coming in along the left wing wall. Palagiano looking for a pass, reverses it. Now comes behind the net again. Back towards the slot, shot, redirected. And we get a whistle stoppage, puck going out of play that time. Bulldogs trying to get to work on the cycle. So far, 5:21 remaining in the period. Keene in the dot, wins it back cleanly, but maybe won it back a little bit too far as the puck rolls out of the zone. Barkas, backhand pass, turnover. He's looking for Palagiano, slip past the stick, and battle for possession. Keene forcing a turnover. Rolston loses it to Sirota. Trying to go to his backhand there. Now it comes back towards the center. Play is broken up. Re-entering. Potential breakaway. Spartans crowd that puck into the left wing corner. Looking for the clear. Bulldogs appear to have held it in for now. Cutting towards the slot there, but Sirota, Carrazzo with control. Now it's Sirota with possession. Pulls up along the blue line, cutting in on his back and has a shot. Shot! Goes off the paddle of Sirosi. Comes back to the point, held in by Carrazzo. And Bulldogs have come away with it. They got the zone exit. They survive. A great chance. But now coming in, play is broken up right near the top of the face-off dot, and Spartans, Sirota cutting in again. Looking for that shot from the slot a second time, but a turnover is forced. Heading the other way, it's Chase Goldman entering the zone. Carries it to the outside, looking for the pass to the slot, finds him, and shot! And it's stopped by Goldman. Noah Zinman with a golden opportunity, but Zach Goldman shuts the door for the Spartans. Face off, tied up. Bulldogs come away with it. Looking to get to work. Grillo under pressure. Picked up on the cycle. Shot towards the net is deflected. And Luskov with it. Loses possession. Spartans. Stoltz can't get the zone exit and held into the line. Shot towards the net. Redirected in the slot. It's free. Both teams battling for it. And it ends up on the right wing half wall. Around the net. Still battling for control. Comes 3 in the slot. It's covered. Evan Lenz doing a nice job holding it in at the line. Bulldogs get a change up front as Drogan, Buglione, and Paul head out. And a defensive zone draw. It's one back by the Spartans. Verse behind their net. Bishop off his skate. Leaves the zone, racing up by Sirota, one-on-one, trying to cut to the outside of Zinman. Can't shot, turned aside. Rebound, and it's covered by Sirosi. Hirsch racing in, but a great job by Noah Zinman using his size to keep Sirota from cutting to the outside. He's got tremendous speed, Jordan Sirota, but Zinman keeps in front of him. Forces him to take that shot, lifts his stick as he cuts towards the net, and Asher Hirsch, good effort to get to the net, but Sirosi with a quick cover. Face-off is won, but a turnover forced. Kicked up, potential breakaway. Forced to pull up, pass, comes, walking in. Shot attempt is deflected. Good opportunity for Polini and Rolston, but they can't get the shot off after it looked like a potential breakaway and then a potential 2-on-1. Bulldogs going D to D, lead pass. Chipped up, enters Spartans territory. It's recovered by Pintz. He sends it up and out of the zone, but a turnover. Forced. Colin Rolston cutting in. Pulls up, fires a shot, and he scores! And the Bulldogs take a 3-goal lead courtesy of Colin Rolston, his 9th of the season. Bulldogs scoring just a minute and 9 seconds into this game, and they've now tacked on their 3rd. Face off at center, Goldman in the dot. Against, I believe that's Cash Bishop. And the face off is one back. Lead pass comes Sirota cutting in. Trying to go to his backhand, knocked off the puck. Recovered by Bishop, put towards the slot. On a backhand pass intended for Hirsch, but not much room there. Bulldogs force a turnover. And Palagiano gets the clear. Lead pass ends up being covered by Goldman as it makes its way all the way down the ice. Jordan Sirota doing a great job using his speed in transition. He's really created some opportunities here. And it's very difficult to create shots for yourself, but especially when you're coming in 1-on-2 or 1-on-3, and we've seen that a couple times here tonight. Spartans have possession off the draw. Lead pass to Hirsch. Bulldogs trying to force a turnover at the line. They do, but D-to-D pass nearly intercepted by Sirota, and Goldman forced to chip it in. Bulldogs can't hold the zone, but they force the turnover just outside of it. Grillo trying to re-enter. But they're now in the defensive zone. Pass comes to Palagiano. Stick lift by Carrazzo. Pintz holding it into the line, walking in. Backhand shot, redirected. Second attempt, they score! The Spartans get on the board. And just like that, it's a 2-goal game yet again. A turnover at the line, and the Spartans able to cash in on a rebound from the back door. And just a great effort there. Crashing the net, capitalizing. Face off at center. Tied up. And the Spartans come away with a potential breakaway opportunity. Chance to make it a one-goal game. Saved by Sarosi, but it's gloved but not grasped. Barong on the forecheck. Trying to force a turnover. Bulldogs narrowly escape. Now potential 3-on-1. Heading up ice. They enter the zone. Looking for the pass across and goes awry. Spartans getting the zone exit now. Sammy Carrazzo, his third of the year, assisted by Jacob Pinsk. And we get a whistle here, and a penalty appears to be going against the Bulldogs. That'll be our first penalty of the game. A chance for the Spartans to pull back within one. And it'll be a face-off on the near side dot. Zinman, Keene, Pelini, and can't make out that number on the far side, Lenz. And the dot, Sirota, Bana, and trying to make out that name on the far side, Pinsk. For the Spartans up front, but the face-off controlled by the Bulldogs. Sirota on the attack, forcing a turnover, makes the pass to the point. Bishop looking for the shot, poked off his stick. Sirota rescues it, walking the line, cutting in, fires a shot that's blocked. And then a shot from an off angle that's gloved by Sarosi. Strong stop from the Bulldogs senior. Nick Drogan called for a tripping minor with 14:05 gone by in the period. And Bishop back in the dot versus Keene. Spartans come away with it. Jacob Pinsk with possession. Looking for the pass across. Feathers one over. Sirota walking in. Pass across. Shot. They score! Jacob Pinsk from Jordan Sirota. It's a one-goal game just like that. And we're going to roll the replay here. And what a beauty. Just a great, great saucer pass. Comes all the way across. Sirota steps into it nicely, handles it well, and returns the favor on the pass to the back door. Nothing a sliding Sarosi can do, and the face-off is won back by the Bulldogs, who have seen their lead cut to one in a matter of minutes. Bishop entering, turnover forced. Bulldogs had it. Bishop gets it, shot, turned aside by Sarosi, free in the slot, kicked out, and Bellmore Merrick gets the clear as the period expires. Jacob Pinsk, his third of the season on the power play, assisted by Jordan Sirota. It's a one-goal game on the Long Island Sports Network, your home for all New York Islanders High School Hockey League action. If it's being broadcast, you can find it here. Don't forget to subscribe to the @LI Sports Network on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter for all the latest game recaps, highlights, and analysis. And as we take a look at the standings here, been a bit of a tough go for the Spartans. They only have one win on the year, but as we've seen, especially late in this period, any team in Conference 1 can go against another. Just had some bad breaks down the stretch here, and they're trying to claw their way back up. You don't want to end up in those bottom three spots, because as we mentioned at the top of the broadcast, if you end up in those bottom three spots, you have to go into a relegation tournament with the top three seeds in Varsity Conference 2. And Bulldogs bench boss expressing his displeasure. Head coaches for tonight's matchup for Bellmore Merrick. Patrick Brackley listed as the assistant, or as the head coach, my apologies. Gene Castro, Jolie Lenz, and Christopher Wiersbicki are the coaches on the other side. And we talked to their, what appeared to be their lone coach in the building. That was Michael Carrazzo. Craig Sirota listed as head coach. Didn't talk to him before the game. Might be on the bench, can't see from my angle. So if I misrepresented that, my apologies. We're standing to the right of the Bellmore Merrick bench. It's going to be a long change for both teams this period. 3-2 game in Varsity Conference 1 between the Bellmore Merrick Bulldogs and the Roslyn East Williston Carle Place Spartans. back-to-back goals in a span of 1 minute and 8 seconds. Sammy Carrazzo and Jacob Pinsk. One at even strength, one on the power play. Lone penalty of the game has gone against Nick Drogan for tripping. And Jacob Pinsk, the only player on either squad with 2 points here tonight. Goldman hits the far side. It's going to be Sirota in the dot versus Nick Drogan. And Drogan wins it back, walking in. Bulldogs shot comes down the wall. Pinsk sends it right back out of the zone. Bulldogs chip it back in. Sirota gains possession, poked off the stick. And Sirota rescues it, heading up ice with a head full of steam, but loses the handle along the wall. Reverses it after regaining control. Pass to Carrazzo. Poked off the stick. Spartans enter, but Lenz looks to send it right back the other way. Bishop holding it at the line. Second effort from the Bulldogs. Still looking for that clear. Spartans chip it in, and puck comes all the way back down, reversed around to that near side wall. That would be the left wing this period for the Spartans. Still battling for it in the corner. Spartans appear to have possession, still looking. Settle it, puck comes out of the zone, a potential breakaway opportunity for the Bulldogs, racing after it. And Carrazzo comes away with it, sends it up the wall. Redirected. Spartans looking for the zone entry. They have it. Shot, turn aside, rebound, goes just wide. Kicked out to the back door, but can't capitalize. As the Bulldogs looking to force a turnover, they have sent up the wall. They have possession. Cutting in, play is broken up by Sirota. Tabana, potential breakaway. Bulldogs long change. Bana comes in, shot, save! Sarosi, puck comes free. Settled by Pelini. Sarosi shutting the door when it matters most. Lead pass comes all the way across. Stretch pass and cutting in, but it's lost by Drogan, recovered by Pelini. Pass towards the slot, and it skips the stick of Roslyn. Sirota heading up ice. He never seems to get off of it. He tries to toe drag through a defender, but Barkas, my apologies, breaks that one up, and now Bulldogs heading the other way. Coming in, pass towards slot broken up, picked up, shot, blocker to side, rebound. Coming free. Looking for a shot on net. Bulldogs on the cycle. Towards the front, it's poked aside. And ends up back in the corner, cutting in. Palagiano has it poked off a stick, rescuing it. Barkas shot, sails wide. Picked up on the other side by Rolston. On the cycle to Keene. Cuts towards the slot, shot! And it glances off of Goldman. Comes up the wall, held in by Keene. Moves it over to Pelini. Under pressure. Pass to Rolston. He collects in his skate. Cutting in, shot. Rebound comes free. Seawalt looking for the clear. Held in. Bulldogs second attempt. Turned aside by Goldman yet again. Bulldogs outshot the Spartans narrowly in the first period, 12-11. We've seen 5 goals already in this game, and we have just under 12 minutes remaining in the second period. Entering now. Coming in. Rolston. Looking towards the slot. Pass is broken up. Under pressure. Turnover forced momentarily. Serrata gets a stick on it. Still battling for it as Luskov sends it towards the point. Shot. Redirected through traffic. Ends up on the near side wall. Under pressure. Spartans trying to force a turnover. Luskov moves it to the point. Held in at the line by Palagiano. Still battling for it. Down low. Carrazzo comes away with it. Looking across to Sirota. Looks back, saucer pass. Carrazzo has to collect it off the wall, sends it towards the slot, and it's covered by Sarosi. After 5 goals in the first period, a few minutes of momentary calm, relatively speaking, at least in terms of scoring. A lot of chances in the last 3:45, but no goals, so it's a face-off. That left wing dot, Spartans. Bishop wins it forward. Shot towards the net was deflected. Battle for possession. Neither team can come away with it. Comes up the wall. Second effort sent towards the net. Puck is free in the slot after that one's turned aside. Looking up. Bulldogs can't get it out. Held in. Carrazzo's shots deflected over the net. Loose puck sent back up the wall. Bulldogs have it. But we get a whistle here. Appears there's a cross check on the play. I believe it will go against the Bulldogs since they were the ones who last touched it. But we're going to wait and see what the number is on this one. Bulldogs have 2 goaltenders in the box tonight, if I'm not mistaken. Joey Bragley and Steven Soul. So a 2-minute minor going against Bellmore and Merrick. And my mistake at the top of the broadcast, I said they were the home team. They're on the home bench. We'll double check that later. Listed on the scoreboard as the guest, but irregardless, face-off has been won. Puck comes to the point. Carrazzo to Sirota, walking in, looks for the shot, pass, trying to give it right back. Shot goes just wide, off the stick of Sirota. Puck rolled on him. Now the Spartans look to get back to work on the cycle. Coming in, Pinsk, shots deflected, ends up going off the high glass. Held in at the line. Spartans with possession. Carrazzo walking in, pulls up, drop pass, shot. Blocked. Bulldogs get the clear. Potential odd man rush in transition. Racing ahead. Drogan taken down on the play. There's a penalty. Spartans retake control, and the power play comes to an end. Evan Lenz went to the box for cross-checking with 4:10 gone by in the period. 39 seconds later, and the Spartans take a penalty. They'll return to 4-on-4, and that's why you have to be careful handling the puck at the blue line in the offensive zone. If you turn it over, you've seen it all season long, just get a little too fast and loose with possession, and you end up turning it over. Your power play comes to an end, trying to prevent a goal heading the other way. The Spartans had a chance to even the score. Now they're going to have to do it 4-on-4. Looking to get it out of the zone. Bonnet can't chip it past blue line, and now heading the other way. Sirota under pressure. Takes a hit, attempted clear. They get it out, but Drogan takes over. Heading back in now. Cut it to the outside. Shot from an off angle, turned aside. Rebound is free. Looking for the cover, they can't get it. Shot on net, turned aside by Goldman. Still fired up and out of the zone. Not enough on that for icing, as Noah Zinman chases it down. Drops it off. Bulldogs reset in their own zone. We're at 4-on-4 for the next 40 seconds. Near turnover forced by James Barong, my apologies. As the pass goes all the way down, and that's icing going against the Bulldogs. So they'll get a change after jumping out to a 1-goal lead early in the first frame. That followed the Spartans getting a flurry of shots on net in that opening minute. Bulldogs got to work. They added 2. Goal, Sean Keane opening the scoring. Jordan Luskoff attacking one on before Colin Rolson made a 3-goal game, and then back-to-back goals for Sammy Carrazzo and Jacob Pinsk. Face-off is won back by the Bulldogs. Looking to reset, James Pellini with possession. Looking up ice. Still has it. Forced to pull up. Heading up ice. Makes the cross ice pass, and then a saucer pass to Rolston, who enters. On his backhand, it's poked off the stick, battling for it. Turnover, Sirota heading the other way. Coming in one-on-one, cutting to the outside of Zinman. Looks to cut back in, forced to pull up by the rangy defender. Still has possession in the left wing corner. Cutting towards the slot, shot, turned aside, rebound is free. Still loose, Spartans can't settle it. Bulldogs now on the power play as Sean Keane entering the box. Pass comes across, Pellini with possession. Fires a shot, redirected by a stick, and now Rolston looks to get to work. On his backhand, moves it to the point. Zinman walking the line, pass to Palagiano. Sends it around the wall under pressure. Pence skates into it, but Bulldogs force a turnover. Rolston looking, cut towards the net, fires a shot, scores! Colin Rolston, his second of the game. And a key goal there for the Bulldogs, and we've seen this goal a couple times. Saw it Seen it in both leagues, actually, both Suffolk County High School Hockey League and NYIHSHL High School Hockey League. Coming around the net on that power play, getting that shot from that face-off dot opposite the way you're coming. Doesn't really matter which one it is. Can be either side, but it can end up proving costly if you don't cover that guy coming around the net. You get that quick turnaround. You shield the puck while you shoot, and it becomes a very difficult save for goaltender to make as potential breakaway opportunity broken up at the line. Spartans looking to take back over. They scored 2 unanswered goals, but Carle and Roslyn scoring right after that power play expired. His second of the game as Bulldogs go D-to-D. Cash Bishop providing pressure, nearly forces a turnover, but along the wall in the neutral zone on the far side. Spartans pressed, Bulldogs survived. Now coming in one-on-one, Goldman, the outside looking to wrap around. Poked off his stick. Carrazzo heading up ice. Luskoff can't hold it in. Spartans get the zone exit. Bulldogs re-enter. Luskoff on the attack. Spartans send it up but not out of the zone. Second attempt comes out. Bulldogs have to reset. And now it's sent back in. Cole is icing. Sent in from the wrong side of the red line. So we'll get a face-off in the left wing dot of the zone, of the Bulldog zone, that is. Face-off tied up. Won by Bellmore Merrick. They're heading up ice now. Lead pass. Entering the zone. Coming in. Shot. Lancing off Goldman. Sent up. Not out of the... Oh, correction. Hirsch gets it out after a great opportunity in transition. Or I want to say that was Nico Buglione. Couldn't make out the number as he headed up ice. But now picked up. Drogan with possession. Pass across. Makes its way through Zinman. Shot redirected just wide of the net. Picked back up. Turnover forced by Hirsch. He can't get it out. Shot from the point redirected. Turned aside by Goldman. And it's picked back up by Buglione. Off the wall. Comes back. Will give him go behind the net, but a turnover. And zone exit. Potential odd man rush for the Spartans. That shot's gloved harmlessly by Sarosi. Not a ton on that one, and he's able to glove it without butterflying. Defensive zone draw yet again. Bishop in the dot. But the Bulldogs come away with it, doing a good job in the defensive zone in that face-off dot. They're currently looking for a clear Spartans. Unable to force a turnover, but they get it back in transition. Carrazzo, errant pass, second effort. Nearly came away with it. Palagiano can't get it. Coming in, shot. Save by Sarosi. Sirota and Carrazzo creating havoc in transition. Spartans looking to get to work on the cycle. They haven't had as much success in that department as they would have liked. Puck is loose, and then it's covered by Sarosi. We get a stoppage with 5:24 remaining. And we're going to get a face-off in the right wing dot now. Bulldogs looking to extend that win streak to 10. Face-off ends up being won by Bellmore Merrick. They don't get the clear initially. They get it out of the zone, but they lose possession, and those uncontrolled zone exits can prove costly. Sirota entering, and we get a whistle and a penalty. I believe back official gesturing for tripping. The two officials on the close side. One of the linesmen actually didn't make the call, so they're actually, of course, if you're unaware, not allowed to make calls. So the official, Murphy, does a good job spotting that one, and it'll be a power play for the Spartans. Their first one was cut short. They're going to have to do a better job handling the puck on this one as they hold the line. Cutting in shot from Bishop, sails over the net. And looking to get back to work on the cycle. Bishop, give and go. And Bulldogs force the Spartans to reset. Cash Bishop pulling up along the line, makes the official jump, and then an errant pass, turnover. Carrazzo in transition. Bulldogs draw a penalty. They have possession, 2-on-1. Pass across, shot, and a shorthanded goal. So, Zerosi, who headed out to the bench, thought play would return to even strength, but the beautiful shorthanded goal from Nico Buglione, who gets that pass across, goes from his backhand to his forehand, and 1:28 remaining on the penalty, but a shorthanded goal. Bulldogs retake a 3-score lead as the face-off, one forward, but Bulldogs can't get the zone entry. They do have possession as they send it back down, but we get a whistle again. Just want to thank our scorekeeper, Andrew Foreman, and the league official, Benny Papsadero, for all they're doing for us here tonight. Without the behind-the-scenes work they do, we would not have been able to pull all this off. And not for, well, Papsadero does more of that work, but if not for Foreman, I wouldn't be able to get you the updates on the goals scored. Spartans looking to get the work on the cycle. Nico Buglione shorthanded, assisted by Nick Drogan as a pass towards the slot. Spartans can't get the shot off. Cutting in, shot from Sirota, stopped by Sarosi. He gets the cover. He's had a stellar game here tonight as officials blow the whistle quickly, break up any potential extracurricular activities. Buglione has 11 on the year. If you take a quick look at the roster coming into tonight, he led the team with 10. Roslyn briefly was tied with him, but Buglione, the shorty, as the Bulldogs clear the zone, racing after it. Pellini against Carrazzo. Spartans defender moves it to Pinsk. Keene on the attack. Pass up the wall. Bana looking up. Pass comes across. Carrazzo racing after it. Enters the zone, and it's offsides. 36 seconds remaining on the power play. Penalty went against. The last penalty, that is, went against Chase Goldman for tripping. Sammy Carrazzo did commit a penalty. It does show up on the score sheet, but since the Bulldogs scored the shorthanded goal on the delayed penalty, and Sarosi really hadn't even reached the net by the time that happened, he didn't have to serve the penalty, and Sirota enters the zone. Dropping it off to Carrazzo. Shot towards the net. Puck is loose. Spartans settle it. Coming in shot. Turned aside by Sarosi, holding his pipe nicely there. Net comes off its moorings. We get a whistle, and you might have noticed at the top of the broadcast, if you were there with us right from puck drop, the officials had to take a couple looks at that net, trying to make sure it was on its moorings, but you're wondering why coming off that time when it was just Sarosi sliding across his crease. So it'll be a defensive zone draw. And it's won back by the Spartans, but they won it back too far. Carrazzo. Pass across all the way down. We get an icing. So it'll come all the way back down. After the Spartans scored twice, Bulldogs string together a couple of their own, one shorthanded. 2 goals on special teams here tonight, one on the power play by the Spartans, one shorthanded by the Bulldogs. And you don't necessarily want to come out even when you're on the power play, but as Bana and Bishop head the other way, they have a chance at 5-on-5. Poke check breaks that opportunity up. Rolston firing it in. Opposite side, it's been chased by Goldman. Pass to the point. Walking line, Barca shot. Redirected, goes just wide, but on the rebound, it's Chase Goldman. Pass towards the slot, shot, scores! Goldman to Paul. That's going to be Hunter Paul's First goal of the season. We're going to check if that's his first career goal. It is at the varsity level, so congratulations to Hunter Paul. 17-year-old picking up his first goal, first point of the season. Lead is extended to 4 now with 2:55 remaining in the second stanza. Chase Goldman picking up the assist. I was actually about to apologize for saying Goldman chasing. It was not intended as a pun when he was on the forecheck, but Chase Goldman does a great job on that play, creating an opportunity there. That's his second assist of the night as the Bulldogs regroup in their own zone after the Spartans got it in deep. Heading up ice, cutting in, shot, redirected, and we get a whistle. That shot coming from Nick Jarogan. Had a beautiful assist after drawing that penalty that Carle didn't have to serve because the Bulldogs scored. They've now scored 3 unanswered for the second time this game after the Spartans pulled back within 1. Face off, tied up, won by the Spartans. They're heading up ice. Fired in by Ramoletti. Settled, picked up. Lead pass up the wall, Bulldogs. Stretch pass, entering the zone. Pulling up, Grossman towards the slot shot, rebound, still loose. And Goldman made the initial stop, but Bulldogs still getting to work. Off the wall, picked up. Drogan under pressure, reversing it. And I was not aware Ethan Grossman would draw into the lineup today, but 6 in red. Clear as day, might have said he was going to miss at the top of the broadcast. That was what I believe you were told. My apologies. Seawalk going D to D, reversing it to Hoysick. Bulldogs force a turnover. Polini with possession. Pulling up, walking in. Looks for the pass across. Finds it, but it's behind Roslyn, who's still looking to complete the hat trick. And Bulldogs getting to work. Pass off the back of the net by Keene. Tied up by Seawalt. And Bellmore Merrick comes away with it. Rolston looking for the pass across. It's deflected. Held in at the line. Good play by WILSHL. Shot towards the net. Deflected. And Rolston picks it back up. Pass comes all the way across. Shot going wide. Keene collecting it along the right wing wall. Chips it to himself under pressure from Seawalt. Not afraid to play a physical game here. As Hoysick gets a stick on it, comes to Rolston. Under pressure, pass along the cycle. And then cutting in, Keene shot, turned aside from an off angle, was looking for the backdoor pass. That would have been Danny Seaman racing in. And now the blue liner on the back check as the Bulldogs recover. Now Colin Rolston re-enters. Under pressure from Ramoletti. Pass towards the slot, can't connect. And Bulldogs now have to get back to work. Puck comes to the front of the net. Shot on goal, turned aside. Ramoletti sending it into the corner, but that ends up being a turnover, and the Bulldogs still on the attack. Looking for the pass. Shot attempt from the slot was broken up. Second and third attempts. Should have just said second attempt from James Fellaini is turned aside. Bulldogs in control. 24 seconds remaining in the second period. Hunter Paul with his first career New York Islanders High School Hockey League varsity goal. Had a solid career, averaging about half a point a game at the JV level. Of course, you can check these stats for yourself if you're a high school's hockey stats junkie at the New York Islanders High School Hockey League website. That's NYIHSHL.freeze-sports.com. Spartans heading up ice in transition. Serrata has it. Pass towards the slot. Second pass intended for Pinsk. Didn't go through. Now a battle along the half wall. Puck leaves the zone. Comes to Serrata with speed. Looking for the zone re-entry. Forced to chip it in as time expires in the second period. A strong end to the first for the Spartans did not translate into a solid second period. Colin Rolston tacks on 2. His second of the game coming in the second after scoring 1 in the first. Nico Buglione with the shorty, and then Hunter Paul with his first career goal. And as we've mentioned, the Bulldogs on a 9-game heater. They've gotten offense from up and down the lineup, although some teams in this league play more of a traditional style checking line, hard-nosed third pair defense. This Bulldog squad has gotten 7 players that had 10 points coming into tonight. A couple of them will enter that territory this seat. Will enter that territory after tonight's matchup. Have a couple others averaging near a point per game, including Anthony Max Vitale, nicknamed A-Max, who's out of the lineup tonight. But you have to respect the effort they've given up and down the lineup. Incredible depth from the squad, and they've really impressed here in the second period after the first period where they seemed to have a lot of chances to get to work, but for whatever reason weren't able to capitalize on the cycle, weren't able to generate those grade A scoring opportunities, but now seem to have gotten into rhythm, and the long changeover they'll look to continue scoring here in the third period. This game is not out of reach for either squad. Can't have that mentality, especially in this league. We've seen the Spartans come back before, most notably against the VSSL Storm, but some absences, some injuries down the stretch, negatively impacting their position in the standings, but they know, as well as any of us, that their position in Varsity Conference 1 is not guaranteed. Spartans entering the zone right off the opening draw. They can't control it. And now heading the other way, it's chipped up and in Spartans territory. Racing after it, past the point, Luskov, give and go, along the wall, walking in, looking for the pass to backdoor, can't get shot off. Second attempt, rings off the iron into the netting. Face off, the right wing dot. And the Spartans come away with it. They get the zone exit, racing after now Bishop. Coming in against Zinman, but Bulldogs defender does a good job getting the puck up and out of the zone. Lead pass now in transition. Bellmore Merrick unable to generate a scoring opportunity, and scoring chance, I should say. And attempted zone entry by Bonta ends up falling flat as he blows a tire. Now Spartans just throwing the puck up the wall. Bulldogs retake control. Pass off the backboards. Sirota nearly forced a turnover. And then it's sent up and out of the zone by Zinn, but Pince gets possession. And an excellent effort by Luskov breaking up that play. Gets it past Carrasco. Just to pull up. And a pass towards the slot. It's covered. We get a whistle. And as we take a look at the scorers table, Bulldogs outshot the Spartans 12-11 in the first period. In the second period, it was 13-9. So as the faceoff was won back by the Bulldogs, attempted D-to-D pass, broken up. Spartans have a chance in transition. Stoltz separated from the puck. Good back check from Nick Drogan. You need your stars to do it all, and Drogan has been an excellent 200-foot player here in the second and third periods as he comes in, walks in, shot. And I believe he scored there. Couldn't actually make it out from our angle. My apologies. What a beautiful move. I could see that from here, but you can just see as we roll the replay. Still trying to get that for you. My apologies. Just an excellent job coming in here, and a great goal, but we're going to have to cut this replay short as the face-off at center. One forward, coming in, it's Paul. Has one, hungry for more. Shot towards the net is paddled aside by Goldman. Bulldogs have it, delayed penalty on the cycle. Bellmore Merrick maintains possession, but a pass that's broken up. Nick Drogan's 8th for the year making this a 5-goal game. Sorosi returning to his net as the Bulldogs head back to the power play. There's been now 6 penalties called in this game. 3 went against the Bulldogs. Now 3 have gone against the Spartans. We'll get you the official update from the scorer's booth. The only team with a power play goal here tonight is the Spartans, but it's worth mentioning. Bulldogs do have a goal on special teams, only it was a shorthanded goal. Face off. Tied up, won by the Spartans. They get it up and out of the zone with possession, settled on the backhand of Cash Bishop. Enters, fires it towards the net. Sorosi makes the stop. Drogan looking to take over under pressure from Carrazzo, reverses it. Zinman with control. Kevin Seawalt, the minor penalty for cross-checking. As the Bulldogs have entered. Shot attempt. Now the Bulldogs in possession. Cross-ice pass has to be settled. And the pass towards the slot broken up. D to D, off the wall. Spartans get it up and out of the zone. A chance in transition. Cash Bishop. Zinman back. Looking for the pass to the slot. Finds it, but it's on the backhand of Carrazzo. He has to pull up. Has a stick lifted by Roslyn. Maintains control. Second effort. Bulldogs get it back. Drogan heading up ice. Head full of steam along the left wing wall. Cutting in to the slot. Pulls up. Fires a shot. Turned aside. Rebound. And it glances off of Goldman yet again. Shot rode up his stick off his shoulder and into the glass, and Bulldogs pass across, looking for the shot from the slot. They get it, and the rebound is free. It's poked in. Might have been friendly fire on that one. Not a great angle from my vantage point, but nonetheless, we're going to roll the replay on that one. A power play goal for the Bulldogs, and each team now has a power play goal. Each team going 1 for 3 on the power play. Sorosi has been relieved. He'll pick up the win, presumably, here. So that means number 29, that's Soul, entering the game. It'll be his first appearance at the varsity level, if I'm not mistaken, at least this season. And the face-off's been won back by the Bulldogs. They get it up but not out of their own zone after it entered their territory. It's been flipped up and out in open ice, and a play defensively broke up the opportunity. Getting to work on the cycle, but turnover force. Kyle Wiltshire credited with that last one, assisted by Nick Drogan and Sean Keane. As the Bulldogs thought they had the zone entry, delayed offsides, and now it's just offsides, period. Steven Soul entering the game. 16-year-old netminder. And he's actually made 1 appearance this year, it says on the website, 12 minutes. No statistics for shots against available, or save percentage, presumably. So as that one's fired back in. Bulldogs, let's get to work. The 16-year-old netminder in between the pipes now as the puck heads up. Now the ice, a breakaway opportunity coming in. Shot turned aside by Soul, crashing into the net behind the play. It's Seaman. Shakes it off. Slams his stick. I think he's just a little bit frustrated about that. Understandably so, as a golden opportunity for Asher Hirsch on a breakaway. Can't get much on the shot. Soul makes the stop, coming into the game late. And Seaman ends up going crashing into the net after that. Face off is won by the Bulldogs. Reversal picked up by Pelini under pressure, flips it up. Not out of zone, high sticking though against Carrazzo. And Spartans force a turnover. Carrazzo re-entering, pulls up, shot blocked by Seaman. Strong effort from the big Bulldogs defenders. The pass towards the slot is deflected. He's blocked a few shots here tonight, and even though he went crashing into that net, and I'm sure he doesn't feel great about that, he's had an impressive performance. Sent around the wall. Bulldogs come away with it. Sent up and out of the zone. A chance in transition. Keane with possession. Cross ice pass. They enter. Looking to go right back to him, but play is broken up on the entry. Looking to get the work on the cycle. Pelini Can't thread the needle. Puck has left the zone, resetting. Palagiano made the lead pass, but under pressure, Spartans nearly forced a turnover there. Keene comes in to rescue it. And a little give and go of Palagiano as he chips it in on his backhand, comes in, fires a shot. That goes over the net, and Bulldogs generate a lot of opportunities in transition. And as they cut in again, play is broken up, but it says a lot about how good this team really is that they've scored 8 goals tonight, and you can probably say, oh, probably should have had a few more. That's not to take anything away from the Spartans. They've had a solid game, but run into some hot goaltending, and Sarosi and now Sol. And the Bulldogs are heading the other way in transition. Lead pass broken up. Second effort from Palagiano. The play is broken up. Comes back to Drogan. He's done a good job covering on the defensive end when his defenseman pinch. And now as he heads in on the backhand, pulls up, curling towards the wall, pass towards the slot. And he's trying to connect there with the open man. I believe that would have been Lagalia. Shot from the point. Rebound is free. Good first save by Goldman through traffic, but the Bulldogs have possession, looking for the pass to the slot. Comes free in front and then leaves the zone. Sirota with control, trying to cut in. Poked off his stick. Barkas now has it. Sends it up and out of the zone. Ends up slipping past both Grossman and a Spartans defender. And now on the forecheck, Wilcha has it. And puck comes back to Drogan, looking for the pass to the point, elects to pull up on the escape turn, pulling in to his backhand, pass towards the slot. And the Spartans, Sirota forcing a turnover. He's had an impressive game here tonight, but his team trails by 6. Sirota entering this time, but it's poked off his stick. A strong effort from Zinman. He races up ice, enters the zone, and we get a whistle. Appears the call will be offsides, and just a very impressive performance from Sirota, the 16-year-old. In his second year with the Varsity squad, had 21 points last year, 9 goals, 12 assists, just 11 games, and this year, 8 goals, 2 assists, and 10 points in 7 games coming into tonight. Of course, teams have definitely been keying in on him this season. He's definitely been a player that opponents watch for because of his tremendous speed, skating ability. And as it's sent back in, Bulldogs on the attack. Puck is rescued by Pinsk. Looking up the wall. Forced to pull up. Turnover forced by the Bulldogs. Looking to settle it. On the backhand. Pass the point shot. Rebound comes free. A good first save by Goldman. And coming in now, it's Pinsk. Has a 2-on-1 pass to Sirota, but Zinman had to race back after Spartans made a miss at the line. I believe that was Pinsk on the move, but does a good job and got it up but not out of the zone that time. Puck comes around the wall, flipped up and out, and Brillo had it momentarily. Now Goldman, correction, my fault. Yes, Goldman on the attack. Shot towards the net, turned aside, rebound is free, covered loose, then they score. Appeared he had it covered, but ends up slipping under his gloves, and the Bulldogs score their 9th of the game. And this is why, and we said at the top of the broadcast, go to the net, good things happen. Bulldogs have been doing that since the start of the second period, and you see here, the puck is loose, in front, not cleanly covered, and Bulldogs say, thank you very much. We'll take another goal, and goals for a tiebreaker in this league, so everyone counts, even if it's a 9-2 game. Bellmore Merrick is re-entered, but turnover forced by Pinsk. Puck comes up and out of the zone. Cash Bishop with possession. As it's sent in deep, appears Jaden Grillo. Credit with that last one. His second of the season. There's a pass towards the slot, broken up by Polini. Puck is moved to Keene, but strong defensive play by Carrazzo. And it goes into netting after deflecting off the glass, and it'll be a face-off right outside the Bellmore Merrick zone. Sean Keene in the dot versus Cash Bishop, and As the face-off is won, Carrazzo gets his own entry, shot towards the net, blocker to side by Sewell, and Sirota sends it towards the slot, but Barkas recovers, sends it up the wall. Ramoletti had it momentarily, but now Keene has it. 2-on-1 developing. Ramoletti on the back check. Saucer pass across. Forehand, backhand, saved by Goldman. I believe he tried to slip that 5-hole as it was caught on his backhand. Didn't actually go to his forehand. Looked like a bit of a phantom deke move that time, otherwise known as. Kucherov might be digging a little bit too deep on that one. 6 unanswered goals for the Bulldogs. One of them short-handed. I believe they had one on the power play, currently not reading that way. On my card, but I believe that was the case, as the face-off is won. Spartans get the clear. I believe Wilches came on the power play as the Bulldogs getting to work, cutting in now. Drogan. Play is broken up. Strong defensive play by Barong, but Bulldogs continue to press. Palagiano now. But we get a whistle and it appears it'll be offsides. And Bulldogs have scored 3 goals this period. They're re-entering now, but another offsides. 5:15 remaining in regulation. And once again, just like to thank everyone involved in rescheduling this game. Everyone who was so helpful for us here with the league and with Newbridge Arena, and really can't thank them enough. Hopefully you get a chance to come back here because this is a great venue. Having a lot of fun here tonight. Hope you are too at home. Face off. 1 forward. But the Bulldogs were offside. They're forced to check up. And Spartans on the attack. Bulldogs get it right back. Coming in. But the zone entry broken up. 2-on-2 heading the other way. With possession, cutting towards the slot. Pass broken up off the stick of Barong. Lead pass comes to Grossman, trying to settle in the skates. Backhand pass. And the Bulldogs enter, cutting in towards the slot. Shot deflected. Turned aside by Goldman. It's in the left wing corner. Bellmore and Merrick looking to get to work on the cycle, but the Spartans force a turnover. Nearly held in at the line, but now it's a 2-on-1. Poke check. And a strong play by Palagiano. He's racing up ice now. Looking for the zone entry. Has it. Cuts to the outside. Looking to cut back in. Gets a shot off, but it goes wide. Collects it off the backboards. To the point. Luskov settles it. Back off the wall. Palagiano on the cycle. Spartans trying to force a turnover. Send it up. And now out of the zone. Racing in. Shot. Sailing wide of the net from Hirsch. Barkas on the back check that time as Luskov collects and looks to head the other way. Another example of Asher Hirsch using his speed in transition, but Barkas does a good job of breaking that opportunity up. Luskov cuts in, goes to his backhand kick, the shot off. Fires one, turned aside, rebound comes free. Luskov still has it, looking to cut towards the front of the net. Play is broken up. And attempted zone entry, broken up at the line. Spartans lead pass up the wall. Play is broken up. And they've re-entered. Seawalt looking to get the clear. Bulldogs getting to work on the forecheck. Still battling for it. Goldman has it in his skates. Breaks free. Cutting in. Tries to make a pass through the slot. Held in at the line after Spartans force turnover. Luskov pulls up. Pass towards the slot. And it's ends up going on net. Ends up being gloved, and we get a whistle. 2:59 remaining in the period. Bulldogs lead 9-2. And Keene in the dot for the Bulldogs. He wins it back. Settled at the line. Pass off the half wall. Bulldogs looking to get to work. Chipped off the wall. Roslyn pass towards the slot is deflected. Spartans force turnover, but it's held in at the line by Zinman. Picked up now, pass towards the slot, intended for Roslyn. Ends up going all the way through, collected off the half wall by Bulldogs Winninger, and now the Spartans force another turnover, still looking for the clear. Roslyn holding it in for now. And it's flipped up and out of the zone on a stretch pass to Cash Bishop. Sent off the wall by Bellini. Keene chips it in. Pinsk will chase. Looking to reverse back up that strong side wall, and a turnover's forced by the Bulldogs. They cut in, but Spartans have it. They're heading the other way. Lead pass across. Coming into Sirota. Walks in, looking for the shot, and he scores. Sirota faked the pass. Created just enough space on that one, and we're going to roll the replay here because, not going to lie, I think I had to remember to breathe after that one. Just a beautiful move. Seemed like he fooled everyone in the arena. Certainly fooled me, but you're going to see here as he enters, just a beautiful move. And not much Soul can do on that one. The face-off is won by the Spartans. They fire it in. They put an end to a streak of 6 unanswered goals for Bellmore Merrick, as the Bulldogs have committed an icing, so we'll head all the way back down. The goal from Jordan Sirota, his second of the game, his 9th of the season. Assisted by Cash Bishop. I mentioned Sirota had 8 goals coming into tonight. He now has 10. Shot towards net, turned aside. That breaks his total from last year. And now as the puck leaves the zone, Sirota holds his ground along the red line, and now Spartans head the other way. Potential odd man rush opportunity was broken up, but Carrazzo on the zone entry. Play is broken up by Hunter Paul, and then Sirota forcing a turnover, cutting in towards the slot, looking for the shot. Continues to carry it, pass all the way across, shot, scores! Cash Bishop, he assisted on Sirota's goal. And Sirota returns the favor with an assist on his own. It's now a 5-goal game, 1:16 remaining. Not much Soul could have done on that one, and you can't have those passes going all the way across the slot, and you see it here. Sirota just keeps walking in, and catches everybody watching. And it's now a 9-4 game. Face-off is won. Spartans continuing to press. Pinsk cutting to the outside, looking to cut back in, forced to pull up, curls towards the wall, pass towards the slot. Broken up, Cash Bishop picks it up. Pass towards Bana. Play is broken up, Bulldogs battling for it. Heading up ice. Potential breakaway for Luskoff. Coming in, fired shot, turned aside. Less than a minute remaining, Bulldogs with possession. Pass towards Goldman, shot. And sails just wide, had a golden opportunity that time. But the Spartans get the momentary clear. Bulldogs looking to regain control. They have it. Palagiano D-to-D. Walking up. Barkas flips it up and in. Puck is rolling. And Grillo to Goldman on the cycle. Looking for a pass to the point. Elects to curl towards the wall instead. Still maintains possession. Approaching the 20 seconds remaining mark. And Goldman continues to carry before sending it in deep to Luskoff. Pass towards the slot. Spartans intercept, looking for the exit. Play is broken back up by Luskoff. Pass, shot. And puck comes free. Bulldogs unable to capitalize there, and they won't get a shot off as time expires. Bulldogs pick up the win, their 10th consecutive, as the Spartans lose what is now their 11th game, rather 11th loss in 12 games this year. Once again, I'd like to thank you for joining us on the Long Island Sports Network. Don't go anywhere, because we do have an interview coming up next with the Bulldogs. I believe they're going to select their player of the game or one of the All-Stars. Irregardless, once again, big thank you to everyone involved in this event. Big thank you to Newbridge Arena. And just a tremendous facility for broadcasting. Know they run a house league out of here that they do a great job with. So if you're ever looking for free ice, if you're older or younger, it's a great place to be. So we'll have that interview coming up for you in a minute. And a strong effort from the Spartans, just not able to finished the job. But on the other side for the Bulldogs, they did what they were supposed to do. They may have bent at times, at least in the eyes of their coaching staff, but they didn't break. They overcame some of those early obstacles, and now it appears we're going to have them select their player of the game to be interviewed. We're still waiting to figure out who that's going to be. I believe it's going to be Noah Zinman, so I'm going to set down my laptop, which I've been reading everything off of this entire time. I'm going to go. We're going to take a quick break just to set up the audio for Noah, and we'll be right back. And we're back. I'd like to thank Noah Zinman for joining us, the Bulldogs blue liner, and you're recently selected to the All-Star game. You're in your senior year. How did that feel?
Truly honored, and I couldn't do it without my teammates or my coaches. And it's not just me who's part of the All-Star game, it should be the whole team. We're really doing this together.
Well, you've won 10 consecutive games after losing your first 3 to start out the season, obviously. What's your mindset been adjusting after those first 3 games? How are you approaching those first 3 games, and how are you approaching them now during your 10-game win streak?
Yeah, we know what happened the first 3. We know it was a complete fluke, and we kind of just put our heads down and started moving. We come into each game with a game plan and a strong one, and we just got to kind of get bucks deep, set the tone each and every game.
Well, you did a tremendous job of that tonight. You guys generated a lot of offense on the cycle. You picked up an assist, actually, at least one, I believe, on a shot towards the net that I want to say Grillo tapped home. But
Yep.
Is there anything you guys think you could have done a little bit better tonight? Because obviously you gave up 2 unanswered in the first period before going on that run late, and then you give up another 2 in the dying minutes of the period.
Yeah, absolutely. Our defense could have definitely stepped up a little bit more. 4 goals is kind of unacceptable for us. We have standards, and so we kind of just going to come out next game. We know what we have to do. Offense should continue, and the defense should step up.
Well, at the end of the day, a win's a win. You got 9 goals for, and I don't think those 4 goals against are going to hurt you too badly when it comes to tiebreakers. Congratulations on the win, Noah. Thank you for joining us, and good luck rest of the way.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
I'm assuming we'll see a lot more of you, especially with the Bellmore Merrick Bulldogs right now at the top of the division. Thank you so much for joining us on the Long Island Sports Network. One last thank you to Newbridge Arena.
Thank you, guys.
One last thank you to Noah Zinman. Good night, everyone.